Hi guys, what's up, and welcome back to part 2 of this creepy, no, that's what I call scary, investigation, because we've contacted a really dark individual, and Andy's going to continue now to make contact with this person. And to know what's going on, you really need to watch Creepy Woods part 1, and this is part 2. So, tell the viewers, Andy, what's been going on for you so far. We've set the EMF meter up over there, and alright, so what's been going on?
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to deal with, but
What was that went off then? Your phone? Alright, so whilst Andy's having a look at that, so we're in a creepy woods at the foot of Winter Hill, Lancashire, which is usually called Critter Woods because it's one of those areas where cryptids, dogman, whatever you want to call it, has been reported. But to be honest, we haven't had any personal experience of that around here. There's been at least one apparition seen in these woods, and that's why we're here. But whilst we've been walking through, Andy has communicated with a very negative, dark character, which is turning out to be... What happened then? Why did that make the noise? Did somebody switch on?
it's turned on.
What do you mean it's turned on? What's turned on?
The tablet's turned on.
Oh, you turned it off?
Turned it off.
So it's been turned on by an energy, not you or me, or, well, not me because I'm stood here holding it.
No, because
Alright.
it was in the bag. You need to press it. You need to put it on.
And where was your bag? On the floor?
It was in.
So something's
It was
turned.
in the bag.
So you think it's this negative guy again still?
Yeah, because I've actually got to put. I've got to put a pin number in. When it comes on,
Yeah.
you've got to put a pin number in for it to come on.
Really? Oh. Alright. So do you want to carry on your investigation here then, since we're getting
because
stuff happening and...
Dare what? You dare me to what?
I'm just keeping this camera this way so we can pick up if the EMF meter flashes over there in the background. We've set it up on the log over there, so if we get any... It's been flashing all the way so far. We've just put it... Can't really see it because it's too far away. We've put it over there so there was nothing can make that go off but spirit energy.
Have you realised?
A lot of little midges coming around because of the light. These are not orbs, guys, these are just midges.
Have you suddenly realised now that you were trying to have a go at me and try to scare me? You've realised now, haven't you, why? Of what I was saying, that you were,
The land is sacred.
yeah, it's different now.
Really?
It's changed now.
It has on it. Well, we've come to a different part of the woods.
Saying that,
That's not gone off since we've come down this part.
no, here it hasn't.
So if you wanted to contact that guy again, we're going to have to walk back up through. It's up to you what you want to do.
I think they've sort of pushed him back.
Really?
It did go off a couple of times. It did go off a couple of times, and it was going off coming down here. Now he seems to have gone quiet.
Planning.
Is that because you were trying to have a go, and you've realised there's other people in the spirit world who
Yeah.
are pushing you away? Well, can't say I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, because that's not gone off once since we've been down here. The EMF meter is just on the floor there, and it hasn't flashed once.
No.
No, it didn't stop, did it, when we were up there before?
No.
It maxed out to red, like all the way down, all the way along.
Yeah, even though even when we were nowhere near
Yeah.
it, we walked away from it. And
We left it on a log
and
to keep it
it's-
on a flat, basic ground with no electric.
Maybe he's being ganged. See, he may be being ganged up by
Spirit guides.
by spirits and guides.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe I just need to
Many happy memories.
These
just explain again about the spirit guides, because not everybody who's been watching
Yeah.
has caught up with Andy and I, spirit guides. So because we perform witchcraft, we invoke the Pendle witches who come around and protect us in these kinds of places. They help us with our paranormal, and my personal guardian angel, if you hear me referring to Lewis, is the one who will give me information if he gets it through. So if you hear us talking about spirit guides or about Lewis, then we are talking to or with our spirit guides. So Andy thinks right now, if you've watched part 1 of Creepy Woods, that the Pendle witches may have pushed him back for our safety.
the atmosphere here has changed.
Yeah, I think so.
It's more calm. I think these now are more. It's people who enjoyed the place.
Yeah.
I think he might have picked up on maybe some of the rituals that I do and certain things that I've done, conjuring rituals and stuff like that, and that scared him.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to stay
I still
here
think he probably wouldn't.
Legs.
He might not come in this far
maybe not?
because it's too out and it's too open, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not somebody who likes being out in the open.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
he's
point.
more lurking in the trees and stuff like that. So here it's quite an
Yeah.
open piece of land. If he pops in on the way back, he'll get sent back. So nobody.
Well, that's not gone off at all now.
No, it hasn't. It's too open.
And it didn't stop going off at all on the way down. It's just lit up on the
Yeah.
floor there, if you can
This
see the
is-
green light
this
there.
is too much of an open area,
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
and he won't come here. Which
Yeah.
I can't say I'm not. He was. It's not. And you know me. I don't get angry.
No, never.
I don't get angry, but he was making me feel that way because I got the feeling he was somebody who, if you met him day to day,
Yeah,
Home.
you would just think he was a nice, ordinary guy.
yeah,
But he had that side of him that would, when obviously, I presume he got found out, and I presume I would hope justice was done before he died. I think people were shocked,
yeah, maybe.
and I think if he was a teacher,
Mm.
it's that position of power, but I got the feeling it was 70s.
Really? Yeah.
I got the feeling it was 70s because things were different then,
Yeah.
and people wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Eat shit.
Pardon?
I said eat shit. That's gotta be him. Do you want to go over that where it's darker and I'll sit here and film you from there? Do you want to take your spirit talker? I just think if you go over that way and I film you from here, you might get...
But that is...
We'll go over there and have it out with him, where the EMF meter is.
It's gone off as soon as I come over.
As it has.
Eat shit? How dare you speak to me about that? How dare you? How dare you? That just doesn't come up.
I've never had that. We've never had
shit.
that. It's a really, really negative character, isn't it?
You really, really, really don't want to get on that wrong side of me because
I'll tell you what.
you really want to remember there are certain things that I will do, and you don't like this, do you? You really, really, really do not.
Bring it on because we're well able
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Ain't that right, Andy?
Yeah.
Bring it on because we're just
You
ready
are-
for you.
are just unbelievable. Yeah. Big
I
man.
can't believe it said that's just, it's like
It's shit.
cheeky, innit?
You-
Because
Never mind me eating it, and I'm sorry about for swearing on the camera, but nobody like that told me to eat shit. You will eat shit.
But you think about it, right?
You'll be eating it for the rest of your life. They killed him. Good.
Maybe he got killed in prison or something.
Good. And I hope that.
I think he went to prison, this guy.
I hope if people aren't offended by that, but I would say 99.9% of the population anywhere in the world will totally agree on it.
Yeah.
Good. You got exactly what we're going.
He might have been killed in prison.
Good.
Because once they find out, they generally target them kind of guys, don't they?
Good.
Our remains.
Your remains.
Where are your remains? Nobody. Do you know? It's like, was it Ian Brady, where they didn't know what to do with his remains because nobody wanted, no church would take him, and they couldn't scatter his ashes literally anywhere, could they? What? There's nobody there. It might be animals, remember?
Did you see a light?
No, I didn't see any lights. No, I didn't see any lights.
Oh, you're back, dickhead.
Oh, yeah, it's going off again now. I'll just show you guys. See, every time I go with the camera, it stops. It's like they're just taking the mick. They're just not wanting to cooperate, whoever it is. Yeah, it's just a little bit, but it was maxing up to red before, weren't it? Non-stop. This is just the weirdest scenario ever, this is.
Explain this equipment.
Okay.
Explain this equipment.
This means you can talk. This in my hand means you can talk to me. That on the floor means when you go near it, it lights.
Alright, Andy.
makes the
Lewis has just told me he can see him clearly now. He's leaning menacingly against that bridge. He's tall, gangly.
Oh yeah. You get
He's got close cropped hair.
there.
Right where the bridge is, he's leaning just,
Yeah.
yeah. On the other side, you know, the back, on the right hand side to you there. Yeah, Lewis has said he's just leaning menacingly against there, facing this way. Just leering, just
Oh, you're here, are you? Oh, you've got meetings here.
maybe take this and put that there and see if it goes off because, yeah, Lewis is describing him now, what kind of a person he is. I think he's tried to get him forward to know a bit, learn a bit more. That's really going off there. So he's leaning there. He's actually lounging against that bit. That's what Lewis said. He said he's like,
You just somewhere else.
like watching us in a very kind of like mean manner. And this is what my guide Lewis is saying to me right now. I'm just repeating what I'm being told by him, by my guardian angel spirit. Lewis is quite concerned. Lewis is standing right here between us and him because he doesn't want us. He doesn't want him coming near us. Yeah, this is a strong.
Crying. You crying? I hope you are.
It's really going off now, there, isn't it? But that's where he's lounging. That's
the
where
one
he's stood,
thing-
lounging like in a very kind of like
I mean,
couldn't care less manner.
I've never ever. I've not,
It's never maxed out like that.
Not with-
All the places we've been, East Drive and abandoned hospitals, and it's never maxed out as much
Do
as
you
this
know
before.
what? We're nowhere near it, and there's no electricity.
No, there's nothing. I mean, it maybe shifted now, but that's where he was. You know, when he was asking about the equipment, he was lounging there like.
But do you know the one thing?
Going
that
again,
you
look.
have not said. And he always does it when I start talking, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The one thing you have not said. The one thing you have not said is sorry.
But look, it's still going off. And there's literally nothing. It's just a wooden bridge, stream, forest. There is nothing
You know-
at all that can be setting that off right now.
Do you know what that is?
What?
You know why he does that when we're talking?
Yeah.
It's always when we start talking
Yeah.
and challenging him, that light comes on.
Yeah, it does.
Because he's trying to talk over you and he's trying to
Think so.
make his excuses
Maybe.
for what
Yeah.
happened. There is no
excuse.
excuse at all. Your only saving grace is to get on your hands and knees and beg for forgiveness or say on here, I am sorry for what I did.
You can't talk to Andy through this.
Say it.
Oh,
No.
I just felt a stabbing thing there. You know, sharp.
Yeah.
Like a right there under my breast.
Yeah. Children, women, that's it.
You know, like
You alright?
yeah, I'm fine. No, it's just
Do you think that's funny?
it just felt like I can imagine what it'd be like if somebody shoved a knife like that really quickly in, just right there. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, okay.
You think that's funny?
I wonder if did you stab somebody? Are you putting that on me and letting me know what happened?
You're horrible.
I didn't think we were going to get this in the woods.
I
I was thinking like creepy apparition. I wasn't thinking nothing like this was going to come along. Look, it's flashing still again. I got the feeling it was like, very quick with the blade like that.
like the light.
You like the lights? Is that why you're playing with the EMF meter?
I like the light.
Show yourself on the camera then if you stood on the bridge. Let's see you. You can do all you want to me and Andy, but we are well protected. Just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. You try it with me and Andy and you'll be taking on forces that you are not capable of handling.
No, trust me. Trust me. You know, don't you? Yeah, you know.
We are well protected.
Breaking wheel.
It's going again. So do you reckon this guy was a teacher in the 70s? Or do you think this is somebody different? Do you think it's the same one? The same. So your game's up, mate. We know where you're at now. We know what's been going on. You probably got away with it. And if you didn't, they'd have probably took it into their own hands, whatever prison you ended up in anyways.
I can't.
Oh, did you hear a cry? Did you hear it?
I heard that.
That sounded like a whale. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
You were like, ah! Oh my god, that's really creeped me out, that has. This was it, it really is haunted.
This is.
That was like a whale,
heard
that was
that.
like a
I
cry,
heard that.
wasn't
That
it?
will
I always
pick-
picked that up.
That will pick that up.
That was horrible. That was like,
That was from over there.
was it from over there?
That was horrible.
I've got icy cold now.
I think over there.
It sounded like, how can I put it? Like someone agony. Like a, ah! Is that what you heard?
Yeah, I heard that.
I heard exactly the same thing.
I heard that. That's why I looked. That's why I went and picked this up.
What do you want to do? Do you want to have a walk about, or do you think it was paranormal?
Take a left.
Take a left, back up there, innit, where we came down before. Do you want to go back up there? Well, I'll have to. Can you just take the camera while I get my bag and stuff on? Pick up the torches. That was a really horrible, loud, blood-curdling groan of some sort. That was. Oh my god, how can I describe it? I really hope we picked it up on camera. It sounded like didn't it?
You must have picked that.
I hope so.
That must have been picked up.
I hope so.
Yeah, she must have picked that up on camera because we both heard that. I looked round. I mean, that
I
was.
was thinking like going through the woods, looking if somebody's.
Fail.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that was that. I will be 100% totally surprised if she hadn't picked that up. That was, and there's nobody about. There's no.
creepy up here now. I mean, we're right on the side.
There's no torches, there's no road, there's no nothing anywhere near, there's no houses, there's no nothing, there is nothing here. That was,
When fireworks that everyone can hear are coming from a farm.
yeah, that's
they do them,
fireworks.
like, every year.
Fireworks are pretty far away.
But we're miles away from
We're miles
that.
away
We're
from
nowhere near
that.
farm, isn't that?
So we're gonna have a walk back towards where
God, that was a creepy flipping time.
that was. Yeah,
It was horrible, wasn't it?
yeah, that was.
Really horrible.
That wasn't pleasant. No.
All I heard was,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That was.
someone being attacked or something, really.
That didn't sound good at all.
It didn't.
Oh. No. I just panned round to that bridge and it was like, you know, that face dissection
Yeah.
came up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And give you a camera.
Yeah. Thanks. That was horrible. That was really, really creepy and horrible, that sound. I have no idea whether that was a human or whether it was a paranormal or what. Have we got all the stuff? You got your EMF meter?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go back. We're going back along the path. Now, if you guys have watched part 1, or you need to watch part 1 first, really, of Creepy Woods. Bad Lady's here. So, part 1, we came through the woods from that end to this. And part 2, we're going back along the same path. But we've had such creepy, and I mean such negative, badass stuff coming through here tonight. It's actually, we've actually been scared to death, me and Andy, tonight. But you know, you just got to keep on. Because you can't stop. It's got to be done, and it no matter how bad it feels, and it feels really, really bad right now. I'm not lying. It's freaking me out, this woods tonight. I'm like, let's put it this way. If I wasn't that clumsy, I'd do a runner. But I know if I run, I'm going to end up in the swamp or something. Something bad's going to happen, ain't it? So let's just creep together through the woods and just see what happens after this, isn't it? I'm shaking, me. It's just, it's not cool.
I'm really thinking I don't want the spirits of because I've been walking around.
Yeah, I know. We've never had... I mean, the thing is, like, we've been to some pretty, like, negative places, haven't we? And we've never had activity like this. It's like we've been, what, Lancaster Castle? And all these gruesome...
Did you hear me?
Yes, we heard something.
Yeah, we heard
Was that you? Why are you being so menacing all of a sudden with us like this? What is it about us? What is it that you want from us? What do you want from us? I'm going to look round because I'm at the back here, and if anything's following me up this path, it's going to be it. That's the bridge we were on before back there. Can you see it? Alright, let's keep going. I'll try not...
Who's watching? Yes, we are on edge.
Very, but you've just got to keep going. Because the day we run away from spirits is the day that we failed on our mission.
Fuck's sake, I heard that again.
I heard something. I heard like a ooh.
I heard that. I'm sorry.
Did you hear something?
I'm sorry for swearing, but I heard exactly the same thing again.
We'd better just walk through and make sure there's no more torches and nobody like manking about in here first and rule that out. But I don't think it is because I haven't heard anybody laughing or... No, that was my foot. I think this guy, this character who we've picked up is like making these noises to scare us off. And actually it is very scary in this forest at the minute, but we've already heard one blood curdling like shriek. It's just weird because it's just such a quiet forest, and to get all this here in this quiet place is just, it's had shades of Blair Witch, doesn't it really? I always thought Rivington was the Blair Witch place, but I'm beginning to think it's more this place now. I'll just keep backtracking and see behind us in case we pick anything up like orbs or... So I'm not feeling or seeing this menacing character anywhere now, and Lewis can't see where he is or anything, so whether he's hiding in the hopes of jumping out. When I mention Lewis, I'm talking about my personal guide. What does that? Something around you? Children, again. It keeps coming back to kids, doesn't it? I wonder if he brought his victims here. It's very sinister, isn't it? Very sinister, and it has a really cold, creepy feel. This bit we were walking along right now, and I think when we first started filming, and we got that same cold, creepy feel. But if you get a lot of spirits around at one time, you can get that cold, creepy feel. They make you feel like that because there's like quite a few.
Oh, I did get that feeling. You know.
What feeling did you get?
You know when we were on that bridge down there,
Yeah.
that somebody was stood at the end.
Oh,
not
really?
wanting us to go across.
But didn't we get a couple of messages saying don't go any further? Sort of similar messages like that anyway.
I did get the feeling that if somebody didn't want to go that way,
Oh, maybe.
they were a bit hesitant to go in.
These tree stumps don't help. They look like figures from a distance, don't they?
This is I'm quite
I'm going to come up with a really wild suggestion now. Oh, well, there might be deer, don't forget. It's more likely to be deer. I've seen them on the road up here. Oh, yeah, it's a deer. It will be, Luke. It is, it's a deer. Oh, we don't want to scare him. No, it's a deer. He's walking up, Luke. Yeah, it's a deer. Do you know, that's quite comforting to know there's... You don't think that would have made that noise before? I don't really know what noise.
No, because it came from over there.
It did come from over there, didn't it? God, this is a creepy, creepy, creepy woods, this. But the thing is, they've made it into like a wildlife reserve. And you think, has it got such a bad, dark history and they've turned it into a nature wildlife reserve? You know, are they trying to cover up something dark and negative that's took place here by making it into like a protected wildlife area? It went up there, that deer, didn't it? He's up there, Luke, I can see his eyes. I won't shine the torch on him, it's not fair. Don't worry, we've not come for you. Look at them eyes. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try and zoom in and see if you can see his eyes. It looks amazing. I mean, it looks really scary in the dark, but oh, he's gone now. It's a pair of white shining eyes, but it's definitely 100% a deer because we've seen it walking up. But you can understand now why people can get really creepy. I mean, this is creepy enough in the woods because of the messages we've been getting, but if you're going through the woods at night time and you saw a pair of white shining eyes like that, it's most likely to be deer. But if you're doing a creepy paranormal, it can really freak you out if you see suddenly a pair of white shining eyes in the woods. You know, it just adds to the suspense of what you're doing. But yeah, there's a lot of deer up here. We're quite high up on the hill, really.
I see the light.
That's my voice and I see the lights.
Really?
I'm actually a bit nervous of going over that bridge, mate.
Really? Do you think it's more that side or this side?
Well, that boy,
That came from over there, didn't it?
that whatever it was came from over there.
It sounded like a...
Yeah.
Didn't it? Kind of thing.
You will have picked that up. Absolutely.
I hope so.
100%.
Because there's nothing up here, nobody. I mean, it's no voices laughing. If it was people messing about, you'd have heard laughing by now and stuff.
Yeah, they'd been different than me going, whoa.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, you'd have heard a few. We've just heard that one blood-curdling scream and that's it. And it's like,
Well, I heard it
what the
then.
hell?
I heard two.
Yeah, I did. I heard a little something after it, but I couldn't really make out what it was.
That's all I walked back.
So I had heard these woods were haunted, and there has been one apparition reported, and there has been one critter sighting reported. Well, dogman now we call it, not critter anymore. So we was kind of checking that out really, but then there's all 2Ps and stuff in the tree stumps, you know, little lucky or unlucky in this place, I suppose. I think it's just it's one of them forests that by day, there's hardly ever anybody up here. You get the odd person. And at night, there's literally nobody up here at all. So to hear anything, just doesn't make sense, really, at all. The fireworks you can hear in the distance isn't firm like a ways off that's firing them off for people. They always do at bonfire. Oh my god, this is so creepy. I can't tell you how we've been in some creepy places, haven't we, Andy? And this, I think, has got to be one of the worst feels. We've been in monastery, abbeys and halls and castles and abandoned hospitals and towers and God knows what. Then, we've been down in crypts and catacombs and vaults, and this is creep factor. This gets a 10, doesn't it?
Intelligent.
Oh my god, it's just been. Well, I was going to come up with a wild suggestion, but I'm not sure how you're going to take it.
What?
Well, I was thinking solo vigils.
In here?
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility.
You want to do that? Yeah, you are out doing that.
Yeah, I'll do it. But I just wondered how you feel about it. I mean, you can choose your area. I'll even let you do that. It's up to you. Let's just survive this.
Do you want to do in here?
It's up to you.
Do you want to do in here?
It doesn't make any difference to me whether we do here or Smithles, to be honest.
Do you want to stick to the pond and do Sniggles, or...?
I don't mind either way.
I think that, in a way, I think this would be a challenge.
Well, this has had this thrown a bit of stuff out for us tonight, hasn't it?
I think this would be a challenge in here, on your own.
So I think what we need to do is work our way back to the bridge.
Yeah.
And then we'll go opposite directions with the camera each.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll meet probably where we were sat just before.
Down there.
Yeah. Because I think if you're on your own, you've more chance of picking up sounds and stuff. If there's going to be anything. We're not going to be that far away from each other should anything go wrong or happen or anything like that. It's up to you anyway. I'm only like... it's only a suggestion.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I know, you're good.
I just think because we're getting activity up here, we ought to check it out a bit more. And I do sometimes think that if you're doing solo stuff, you can sort of tune in more to what's going on. I mean, I've got Lewis with me, so I'm like 100%, okay, I'm fine with it. Because he will warn me straight away if there's anything wrong. We'll go back to the bridge where we started. We'll carry on with a little bit of paranormal there, and then I think we're going to be looking at solo vigils then, and then get a little deeper into the forest. And Andy can go off in search of his thing, and I can go off and I'll take you on a spooky, creepy tour and tell you some ghost stories. And if we hear anything along the way, then we'll stop and see what it is. But no, it feels better here now. The actual feeling has changed here, don't you think? It does for me. I don't know about you. I feel different here. So do you know what I think we'll do? Should we walk up to the picnic bench and make that our point of separation, and then we'll meet up at down there where we were before, and we can just talk about this some more before we finish this. But that was a creepy ass scream. That it was a blood curdling scream. It sounded like a victim or something, but there is literally nobody but me and Andy in these woods. Alright, now the road is back there, so you may see some card headlights. But once we walk through the woods, we're getting into the hills and there's nothing. There's nothing. So whatever made that, we're going up to the picnic benches now. If we don't see any torches up there, then what we heard, we cannot explain. And I don't think deers make blood-curdling screams. We've heard stags, haven't we, rutting up in the Highlands of Scotland and stuff like that, so we've got an idea of what they sound like, but they're very, like, deep and gruff, aren't they, deer? I mean, that sounded like a blood-curdling scream. It didn't even sound like a sheep, did it?
Well, that's just I thought, oh God, better go.
It sounded like someone was being throttled to me, to be fair. That's all I could think of.
It was a bit concerning, to be honest with you.
It was a bit concerning. Now, if it was something, you'd have heard more ruckus and there'd be people, you'd hear someone running and someone else running after them and some kind of... I mean, we've run into domestics before, haven't we?
Yeah.
And they go on, don't they? And we've had domestics on the top of Winter Hill, not me and Andy, but we've witnessed other people's domestics, haven't we, and all that up there when we've been filming. And generally, it's back and two. It doesn't just one blood-curdling scream and then it stops. So that was just a bit too creepy, to be honest.
Well, it came from over this side.
Yeah, it did.
Over this side.
So we just need to do more. Because running is not what paranormal people do. Facing it and investigating it is what we do. And as freaky and as scary as it is, we have to do it. But it feels okay up here now. But it felt horrible down there. It really did. Which is surprising because during the day it's a beautiful bit of woodland and it's very much geared up for, that's why they planted all these new trees. You know, preserving and all that, conservation. So to get this kind of thing out here, but we don't know the past. We don't know what's gone on in the past here. Just film back, make sure that we don't get anything following us. I'm not seeing anything, but that's an owl. Yeah, that's an owl. And there's a farm up there lit up, you can see that particular farm. It's an equestrian centre. They do like horse riding lessons and they sell all that stuff to go with horses. And there's a farm right at the back on the top there as well, but they're way off, those farms. They're not close enough to be get those kinds of sounds coming from it. So what we heard in that woods was just sounded like a blood-curdling shout of someone who was being throttled, attacked or something, to me.
Must have 100%.
You heard the same, and I hope the cameras picked that up. We'll stop at this first picnic bench and take our break here and then gear ourselves up, ready. Yeah, that was a bit very strange. Very strange and a bit beyond creepy. Oh. I need to calm down a bit. I don't know about you.
That was...
It's the creepiest thing, I think, in the forests anyway. And we've been in some different woods, haven't we? But
it's because...
I'm glad the owls, you know, in a way, that's company, isn't it, that the owls are coming out now.
We've been here before, and
So many times.
I've never felt that. That was...
Well, we've been here doing Dogman stuff, haven't we, in the past? But I think because we've been so focused on Dogman, we haven't really looked at the paranormal side of things.
It was...
Come on, this is what we do it for. It's what sends the blood through your veins. It's the pulse. It's our pulse to do this. It's like rock music. It grips you and then...
Yeah, it was good. I wouldn't say enjoyed a bit because of the subject. But,
Tense is I would call it.
But
I felt very tense. I think from when we picked this character up
things changed.
to
Things changed.
getting to the bottom where they have the fire pits and all that, and then coming back, it was tense again.
It was like, I think lured us in.
Yeah.
Lured us in. Like, oh, I'm alright, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. And then you just got a sense of darkness.
And the thing is, like, when we go off on our own,
It was just,
is he going to be able to go to one and then the other, or is he going to be able to do to both of us at the same time?
yeah.
Has he got the ability
all
to?
I want to say to you is be very, very careful.
Yeah. Oh, I've got Lewis and stuff. I'll be okay.
I know you have, and the slightest thing puts him away because
I've been doing a lot of witchcraft stuff lately.
I
That's
know-
protection
I know-
and all
I know
that,
you-
so I
I-
think we'll be all right.
I know you have.
Yeah.
I'm alright because I honestly think I don't think he'll even come anywhere near me.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
But you got your phone with you to get in touch with me
Yeah.
if you need me. So that's all I'll say. And at any point you don't want to carry on, just let me know.
All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think. Yeah, just see where it goes.
Yeah.
Just to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't pleasant. Any other night I'd have said brilliant, we've got a load of stuff on it, but yeah, it wasn't where I was expecting to go, but I did get the feeling when we stood at that bridge at the beginning, we were getting quite a lot through.
Yeah.
That somebody was stood at the end of the bridge. I did get that. And
We seem to get a lot of information through though. I mean, normally my guide Lewis, he's always with us present on paranormals, but he always takes a back seat and lets us get on and doesn't interfere really because he doesn't want to make any sound to get us think it's a ghost, you know what I mean? And it's unusual for him to get stuck right in and start giving us like stuff like he's from Bolton School and he's description of him, and that's if you've not gone to sleep by the time we've finished the shoot,
Oh no, I'll be alright, don't you worry.
because he'll get you then for sure if you fall asleep.
No, he won't touch me. Trust me, he won't.
How do you know?
Because he won't. Because he knows. He's trying to scare you.
Well, he's done that
He'll
already.
try and scare you. But he knows that's as far as it goes.
See, this is the thing with ghosts. I don't believe they can really do that much harm to you, you know what I mean? They can't really physically. I mean, alright, you've got these demonic entities, poltergeists, that can physically harm people. That's a totally different thing. That's people who got possessed by something.
There's only ever
Ghosts. Have you ever heard of a ghost actually?
There is only ever one case in the history of paranormal and stuff like that where, and whether it's true or not, that somebody's been killed by a spirit.
But was it an entity, like a
And
force?
that was the Bell Witch one, the haunting in Connecticut.
The American Haunting.
Is it the
But I
American
think
Haunting?
really-
That is the only documented instance of somebody that was physically actually killed by a spirit. Whether that's right or not, I mean, there's all things you can go through. You can go, the condition of the person could have been scared, heart attack, things like that. So you've got to look in that of how long ago it was and how it was documented. So, but
I had the feeling with that case that it was a bit more of a possession entity that had taken
Yeah,
a hold
I
of the
mean-
girl, do you know what I mean? And them are the only cases where people have been harmed.
yeah, physically, I mean, mentally, yeah, possibly.
I think negative spirits and nasty ghosts can come forward and be menacing and do the things like what this one has done tonight, which is totally unexpected for both of us. But I don't think they're actually capable of physically actually harming you at all.
I think it's just somebody who wanted to lure you in
Yeah.
and strike. which when you're fighting back, you're not. I think if we'd have panicked and legged it, that could have been different. But
Yeah.
because we didn't, because we were challenged, it, didn't like it, but was worried that what he was doing, yeah, it did freak us out. It was scary, but he couldn't actually physically do anything. I mean, I did feel as though I got pushed, and you felt that was though somebody.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so
I keep
we'll-
asking for this, and
we've got to do solo vigils to get that feeling. Know that it's not each other.
yeah.
So guys, we're going to separate up now and
Yeah.
go opposite ways through this woods and meet up at the other end where we were before, where we
Yeah.
started this second part off.
Yeah.
It's better if you watch part 1, then part 2, and then our individual vigils. And when we meet up at the bottom end,
Yeah.
we can tell each other if we've had any experiences. So this is part 2 of Creepy Woods, and please stay with us for solo vigils.